Conditions?
Boaties.
The boaties. And right now we've got the under-19 boat final as we go to our commentators Graham Knox and Pete Colquhoun.
Well, as we've seen in the other area, this surf here at Curragh is dealing some, well, kind hands and some cruel hands. Caves Beach, Mooloolaba and Wanda. Gerringong from the south coast of New South Wales in this under-19s final from Moruya and Queenscliff. And Zom, it's a great effort to see that Gerringong crew in there.
Mate, they try, they plug along. They're always there on the south coast, and they've come right up in the South Coast Boat Series this year, which is a new series, and the boat is down the south coast that just come on in leaps and bounds. You'll see Moruya in this as well, and they're in that South Coast Boat Series. So it's very beneficial. They're getting a lot of racing leading up to the Aussie titles, and then you come up and there's a 10-foot surf in front of you. This is Matty Hamilton on screen there. That's his second final today.
Well, he picked up bronze in the reserve, so he's having a great day. He's been rigging these conditions well.
Yeah. It's but the surf, I've just been down there. There's been some terrible carnage leading up to this final. No one at all seriously hurt, but very, very spectacular waves. Here's Mal Dunwoody, the Gerringong sweep. He's telling him to move the other mob down the beach a bit. Give me some room. Look at him. He's not very happy there, Mal.
So important in all these races to get away well, and the Gerringong sweep calls his crew into action. So at the top of the squad, in position number 1 on the left-hand side,
Caves Beach.
From Gerringong in 2, Caves Beach in 3, Wanda in 4, Queenscliff second from the left, and Mooloolaba on the far southern end or right-hand side as they head out towards that break area.
You can see on the picture for the high shot there, that sandy washing machine that they're just all starting to get across now. The sweeps will stop them rowing, wait for the chance. They'll get as close to the face of the waves they can. When they think it's safe to go, they'll say, let's go now, boys. And the boys have got to really respond. It's no good putting the pedal to the metal if there's nothing there.
So the Caves boys just sitting, as they all are. They can't afford to cop one on the bow. They'll put them under. Well, Wanda have already rolled. That's the Wanda crew. So their under-19 campaign is over.
Right, on the right-hand side here, we've got the Mooloolaba side. Has got to cross that break. They waited their chance and they've taken off. And there's Matty Hamilton and the Queenscliff crew. They're out.
Marie in second.
Now, one more for Matty Hamilton to get over. Now, we get a shot of these bowmen as they're going over these big swells. They've got to pull the bow down, keep the nose of the boat down. And there's we've got a shot of Wanda, and it's all over. Red Rover for Wanda.
Well, once you roll, you're out. You can't get back to the beach and try again.
No, Pete, no. You can come back. You can have another go. It's once you turn the turning can, that's when you're disqualified. Wanda can come back and hope that the rest of these boats turn over on the way home.
Queenscliff still leading them out, or they're currently with Mooloolaba and Moruya as they contest those inner set of cans. They're not the turning cans, are they, Zom?
No,
those are cans placed halfway out for guidance.
Those cans halfway out, you can go either side of them heading out to sea. When you come back, for safety reasons, the boaties brought this in a couple of years ago, for safety reasons they must go through their designated gate can, and that keeps the boats straight, and we haven't had a really serious accident with boats smashing into each other since they have been introduced. It's all about safety. We are lifesavers. So there we go. The bow's jumping out of the water and the bow pair pulling the boat back down.
That's the Queenscliff boat there in third. They're still heading out towards sea. These cans set 400 metres off the beach here at Curragh.
They were set 400 metres because, I mean, the surfboat is an icon of the Australian surf rescue movement, and there's been some meritorious awards handed out to surfboats. Now, mainly because they rescue people more than 400 metres out to sea, usually on yachts and stranded yachts, etc. But now that the advent of helicopters and rubber duckies, surfboats are mainly used for sport, but they keep the boys very fit.
It's still Mooloolaba in 1, for Moruya in 2nd, Queenscliff in 3rd, Gerringong presently in 4th, Caves Beach making up the top 5.
Coming up to the tins, there's Mooloolaba going round. And look at that stroke hand. He's got his oar dug in the water there, so the boat just spins around on a 2-cent piece. Now he straightens it up and heads back to shore. And he's saying, boys, we're in front of this. Just keep your cool. Listen to what I'm saying.
So again, they're heading now back towards the beach in the final of the Under-19s Boat Championship of Australia. And they're just angling their boats slightly towards the south to account for that sweep back to the north.
He's looking behind him, looking what's coming. He's looking at the other crews. Now here's where the bow pair actually pull the boat away from the strokes and have the run of the wave. Now see, they've just keep that bow nicely in the water without bouncing it to try and pull down the waves. Now that's Mooloolaba on the right-hand side of screen there. They've got about a wave lead.
Well, Mooloolaba swept by Steve Davis, now heading back. Now the pressure starts to mount on the sweep. The rowers have done all the hard work and becomes up to the sweep's responsibility. Now Mooloolaba have started to lift.
He's pulled himself onto this little runner. A great shot there. And he's saying, okay, boys, nothing silly now.
He's just caught in the trough slightly, and that may just be enough just to sneak on the shoulder of the back of a wave. That's very, very safe. They should be able to keep this one straight, and that will be a gold medal to Mooloolaba.
Sitting comfortably packed back there's the team from Maruya, and they're just saying, come on, wave, help us across the line. But it's the Mooloolaba crew still
Well,
rowing.
they're stuck in dead water, Zom. It may be overtaken here. Maruya may get them on the line. So Mooloolaba just urging their crew forward. It's going to be enough, though. They're going to hold them off.
Maruya swung.
So Mooloolaba gets his crew back towards the beach.
Up goes the hands.
And celebrations for Steve Davis and his crew. They led round the cans. Gerringong have slewed.
And they are the Queensland State Champions. They've done it again.
An excellent result for Mooloolaba. Steve Davis the sweep. Pete Mason, Jesse Palou and Shannon Nelson, along with Tristan Shalhoub, the rowers have managed to clinch gold for Mooloolaba. In second position, though, Maruya managed to hang on.
We're just getting the crew together. They've got a...
Queenscliff, we believe, have finished third. There they are, the Queenscliff, who led out early during the break, but as we've seen, it was the team from Mooloolaba who turned first. They read the ocean very, very well. And when it came back to the beach, it was a nice green wave to hold. Let's go down to the beach with our winners.
Congratulations, fellas, state title, but this is a lot better than that.
Mate, the greatest feeling ever. First year they won the gold here, and they just got second in the 21s earlier. What a crew. Dedicated. They did the work. They got what they deserved.
Steve, no wonder they won. You're just such a spruiker, mate.
Oh, mate, I love the sport. These young guys, they get a lot of direction from the life-saving clubs, and it's just brilliant.
Fantastic. You got a great run out. That was the secret.
I said, put that hammer down, everything you own, and they just grunted. Awesome.
Good on you, boys. Keep up the grunting.
Thanks, mate.
Steve Davis, he's almost hoarse. You can see him there at the back, still screaming at his crew to keep it straight, keep the oars in the water. Give me a chance to hold us straight. And they managed to do it. The Mooloolaba team, excellent result. And as we've said, to win a boat final, it's not easy, and they'll have it for the rest of their lives. Let's go to the results. It was Mooloolaba who finished in front from Maruya, and Queenscliff rounded out the minors. Well, guess what? The women are up next.
The big crowd is once again lining up down around the boat area because we've got 2 more boat finals to go. The women's are next, and for 3 straight years from 2000 right up to 2002, Tulla Budgerah had this all to themselves, but in the last couple of years, 2 different winners, Kurrawa and Bilgola Gold.
Or could we have our 3rd different winner in as many years? Let's find out now as we return down to the edge of the water as we rejoin our commentators Graham Knox and Pete